Now you're not gonna believe what she's about to say next. I was flabbergasted. Hey my beautiful peeps, if you're new here, my name is Char and welcome to Char TV. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a recap on episode 10 of 90 Day Fiance. It's called In the Ring. And of course, I'll be focusing on the couples that I usually talk about. Before I jump into the recap, I just want to say thank you so much to the ladies that have complimented my makeup. Honestly, I don't do too much at all. I barely wear it because I barely leave my house, to be honest. Today's look was really simple. I just stuck some rhinestones on and lashes, and I didn't do too much at all. And these rhinestones I will be selling on my site. For those of you that don't know, I do have a website and I sell a lot of beauty products like glitter, lashes, nail decals, a whole bunch of stuff. It's called Glamorized by Char, and I'll leave the website link down below if you want to check it out. I do ship worldwide. And if you're on Instagram, you can follow my shop there too. On to the recap. I'm starting with Kobe and Emily. Today, Kobe and Emily are heading off to Rock City, and he's really excited because he's been feeling a lot of pressure from Emily's father to take care of her and Coben. He's also feeling that her parents are quite involved in their relationship, and that's something that he does not want. And I don't blame him. So he's happy to get out of the house today so that he can have some alone time with Emily. Kobe was really excited about Rock City, especially because Emily really loves it there. So he was expecting something spectacular.
Welcome to Rock City. Look! Aww. Babe, what do you think?
Is this all?
What? No, there's rocks all over.
You drive about 30 minutes just to go and see rocks? Who does that?
No, he had to pretend that it was fun. Yeah, I don't think he thought that it was though. And he said the things that you do for love. He looked really underwhelmed. Honestly, I thought it looked kind of cool. I would have been out there taking a whole bunch of pictures. Alone time is over now, and Emily is going wedding dress shopping with her mother, sister, and grandma. She's really excited because this is something that she's wanted since she was a child.
Ooh.
You're kind of got this fairy tale thing happening.
Oh, I love this one. Now I need a horse and carriage to whisk me away.
Not everything in your life has to be over the top.
Yeah. I feel a little anxious because I think Emily has a little growing up to do.
Yeah, it's very nice, but I just don't think it's the one.
Lisa, Emily's mother, feels that she should be more concerned with developing her relationship with Kobe instead of wedding planning. She comes out in dress number 2, and of course she likes this one a lot more because it shows more cleavage. You know she's all about the boobs. The dress seemed to be a winner with the ladies too. It actually was a really nice dress. She was then asked about Kobe, and she says that she wants to marry him, but she's not so sure if he wants to marry her. And then she said, well, if he gets a ring, well then we'll find out the truth. Her sister said, but you have a ring. And then Emily explained that when they were in China, Kobe had just picked up a random ring off of the street. But she feels like if they're gonna get married, then she should have a nicer ring. Then Mama had to drop some words of wisdom on her and said that marriage is not about the ring. It's about the relationship and life that you're building together. Emily said, yeah, it's not about the ring, but she still wants a ring. Lisa said to her, now you talk about the ring more than anyone else. And Emily said the only reason that she does is because she's hinting to him to go and look for a ring. Now you're not gonna believe what she's about to say next. I was flabbergasted. I haven't pulled out that cup in a long time.
Go into my purse really quick. There's a box in there.
What?
Just in case. Can I trade you?
Absolutely.
I had to buy a ring.
You did not.
I did.
She really bought a ring for herself. She figured, well, she has to wear a ring forever and she wants to love it. And it's not that she didn't have faith in Kobe, it's just that she didn't want to put that pressure on him. Yeah, right, I think she just didn't have faith in him. She figured if he can't afford it, then she'll just get it herself.
Oh, it's so pretty.
It's beautiful.
It's 1 carat too. I bought it with my own money.
It's really pretty.
But I'm like, just in case he can't afford one.
What if he goes out and buys one?
Well, I don't know. Oh, it's so pretty. I love this ring. It is pretty.
Oh my gosh, Emily.
You don't think it's pretty?
No, I think it's beautiful. I just can't believe you went out and bought a ring.
But it's for a backup.
It's a backup.
Now, if Kobe happens to buy her a ring and she doesn't like it as much as the one that she bought for herself, well, then she'll just suck it up and wear the one that he bought for her. Emily's sister, she can't believe that she went ahead and bought her own ring, especially that they're on a tight budget. She feels that it's a control thing and thinks that Emily needs to let go when it comes to the ring. If Kobe buys a ring, she also feels that it's a little emasculating. She actually feels sorry for Kobe because there's a lot of pressure on him. And to be honest, I was thinking the same way because she's asking her parents for help financially, right? But then she goes out splashing goodness knows how much on a ring. Now, if you're that hard up for money for your wedding, I don't think you should be forking out a whole bunch of cash for a ring. That's just me. I personally wouldn't. Let me know your thoughts on the ring situation. And that is everything between Kobe and Emily. On to Jibri and Miona. The trip to Chicago didn't go as planned for Jibri. It was not a good one, that is for sure. In fact, Black Serbs didn't even get to finish the album. The tension with David really opens his eyes to the fact that he's torn between his band and Miona. He's on his way to have a chat at a coffee shop with his parents, and he's a little bit suspicious as to what this chat could be about. Brian asked him how he was doing, and Jibri said that he's tired and overwhelmed because now they've settled on a beach wedding. Well, Miona wanted the beach wedding.
Originally, you guys had thought maybe a prairie wedding or a South Dakota wedding or your family.
I know. But, you know, I want her to be happy. I know it's last minute, but you guys know I only had 90 days to do this.
Mahala said to Jibri that they could have planned this whole beach wedding from the start of the 90 days because that would have given people a chance to make arrangements to take time off of work so that they could be there. He asked his parents if they weren't able to take time off to attend the wedding. The silence was awkward. Then Brian finally piped up and said that they would have liked to attend, but because of lack of organization and planning, he doesn't think that they'll be able to attend the wedding.
This is upsetting.
Why is it upsetting?
We want to see you get married and be at the wedding and support you in the wedding, which is another concern, frankly.
We wanted to be able to talk with you in a place where it was just us to talk about what we're noticing and like some of our concerns.
Mahala said that parents can tell when their child is stressed. Normally, Jibri is bubbly, excited, and passionate about things. And now, he's not doing that as much. I guess things have changed because he doesn't seem to be doing okay. Brian said that he doesn't see Jibri as happy. Jibri said that he feels like the walls are closing in on him and that he has to choose sides. He's feeling overwhelmed. Mahala is concerned because they don't feel comfortable to have a private conversation at home, hence having to meet up at the coffee shop. And she's having these concerns when they're not even married yet.
You and I have tried to have a conversation recently, and she texted or called like 8 times while we sat for 20 minutes and talked. That feels controlling, and you are not the type of person who wants to be controlled.
Damn, that's a little much with the texting, Miona. I sure hope it was an emergency. Brian said to Jibri if it weren't for the 90 days, if he would still get married, to which Jibri said no, and that he'd wait and give it a little bit more time and figure things out. Brian wishes that they'd postpone the wedding and give things a little bit more time, and then later on down the road, if they still want to get married, well then proceed with a wedding.
My parents aren't coming to the wedding because they feel that I'm not ready to get married. That hurts. But I think that there's truth to that. They have noticed that I'm not happy, and that definitely feels concerning because they know me better than anybody knows me.
Brian reassured him that they'd love him regardless of what he decides. Mahala said that she loves him and wants him to be happy, and he's telling her that he's not. After the chat, Jibri and Miona are gonna get some fresh air so that they can just talk about things, and he wants to be transparent with her. He tells her that he's stressed and under pressure. Now Miona has noticed that Jibri's been really distant, and she's tried to be understanding, but at the same time it does make her nervous. He then tells her that he had an interesting chat with his parents.
What exactly are they talking about?
They think that we aren't ready. They think that I think they're just more so playing on how I'm acting, you know, and that I'm not being as excited as they think I should be. I don't know, I think they're just worried about me. Don't do that. Don't roll your eyes. Don't do that.
Miona said that she doesn't feel any support from his parents, and she doesn't know what she has done for others to not like her. She was always okay with things, even when she had a difference of opinion. She feels that nobody should really have a say in regards to their marriage or wedding, and feels that Jibri needs to step up and be a man, or the relationship is not going to work.
These are my parents. I want you to like them, and I want them to like you.
Well, she should have tried if she's your mom.
It's not just her. You gotta try it too.
With her attitude towards me, I don't have a need to get closer to her.
I say that's up.
Yeah, I came to this point because this is 2 months already that this is happening. And I've been nothing but respectful, waiting for her to realize that I don't have any mean intention. I don't know what else am I supposed to do.
Jibri said that he's in a bind right now because his parents are saying that they're not going to attend the wedding. And Miona said that's absolutely fine. And of course, he said that is not fine with him. Of course it wouldn't be. It's his parents. And it's a huge red flag for him. He said what's going to happen for him is that he's just gonna say F it to it all and be married to his music and art. And of course, Miona disagreed and said that he needs to focus on their relationship.
Do you want this to work?
If it's gonna be like this, no. If you're gonna be stubborn and in your way and I'm only doing my wedding and I don't wanna talk to your mom and you don't care to have the relationship, like, that shit's a big red flag for me. You know, the other thing that my dad brought up, which I know you probably won't like, but he said, why don't you guys postpone the wedding and do it later?
Would you?
Continue to have our relationship and get to know each other more and get married at a later date when we have more funds and we're financially stable.
Miona said that she'll leave his ass if he wants to wait until they're in a better position to get married. Jibri said that says a lot about her, and she said the same. She feels like it's childish for him to say, well, if they don't get married, she goes back to Serbia and they continue their relationship. She feels that he needs to grow up and stop thinking what they're thinking.
Parents get in your head like a 15-year-old. You almost 30. What you talking about? You want to get your life together or you want to continue dating and doing whatever the you're doing?
I'm not, trust me, if we don't work out, I'm not dating nobody. I gotta
then
focus
make
on my
sure
art.
we work out and stop listening to bullshit your parents are telling you.
Whoosh! Miona does not play. Oh my good gosh. Do you agree with what she said? Let me know. And that is everything between Jibri and Miona. On to Ari and Biniyam. Binny wants to stay focused and train because his fight is fast approaching. He's pissed off right now because Ari embarrassed him at the gym the night before because she saw him training with a girl. He doesn't feel that it's something that she should be upset about, and he doesn't want it happening again.
You know, last night's like very make me like uncomfortable like in the gym. Cause
yeah, me too.
Huh?
Yeah, me too. I was very uncomfortable. It really pissed me off when I saw this girl and Vinny rolling. Like, you know, looking back, maybe I could have handled the situation better, but I just reacted. I didn't think about it in the moment.
Ari did admit to Binny that she was wrong with how she reacted, but he was also wrong for not telling her that he would be training with a woman. And she's really not upset at the fact that he was training with Melissa. She's upset because he wasn't honest with her. Binny feels that even if he had told her, she still would have been upset. And honestly, I think she would have been too. But hey, at least she would know, so that's on her. She said to him that he can't not tell her things because he thinks she's gonna get mad. It's the same issue that they had before when she was leaving for the US. Ari is feeling frustrated because he doesn't want to communicate. And all he has to do is to tell the truth all the time.
I'm telling you just like what I have to tell you, like
You
something.
have to be honest.
I'm honest, like
No,
I'm
you're
honest.
not.
Like so if you
You
ask
have
me
to
any
be honest.
question, I will answer for you. That's what I'm
You
telling.
have to work on your honesty.
Okay, but like first of all, I need to be like more like focused for this upcoming fight. So that's why like I like to feel wrong fight was made.
Ari doesn't have the luxury of not thinking of this so-called stuff. She's stressed because of the fight and the 90 days. Binny pulls Ari onto his lap and explains to her he understands how she feels, but at the same time, she also needs to understand him. He's been training and he's been dreaming about this all of his life. She said that she does understand and wants to support his dream. Ari feels like his priority is on the fight and not on their relationship. She wishes that his dream was something else and not MMA because she's concerned with him getting hurt. Tonight is fight night and Binny is excited. Ari is really nervous, and you know that her father is a doctor, so he went over some stats with her, and that was pretty scary. Binny could get seriously hurt or even die. So because of this, her dad refuses to watch any MMA fight and will be staying at home and taking care of Avi. Binny reassures her that he'll be okay because she's trying to deter him from fighting.
Hey, don't you look great? Ready for showtime?
Yeah, ready for showtime. Thank you.
Let's go. Good to see you. Benny, what's up, brother? How are you?
Good.
Ready? It's time. Let's get to it.
When I arrive in an event, I'm so happy. Like when I walk, I see my dream.
Binny is pumping himself up to win, and he hopes that if he does win, that this will help with Ari's fears and worries. Janice arrives while Binny is getting ready, and it was just so nice to see that she was there to support him. He has such a sweet mother-in-law. She's nervous but excited for him, but being a nurse and mother, she's worried that he'll get hurt. The time has come for Binny to enter the octagon.
I got sick.
33 seconds and it was a wrap. Binny finished him with a rear naked choke. And this is just the beginning for him. Ari jumped into the octagon to give her man a hug, and he picked her up and gave her a good old smooch. The coach is feeling good too because Binny implemented some of the things that they practiced, and he was quite impressed. Ari said now that's out of the way, Binny can focus on her. But Binny has other plans because he said that he wants to focus on learning more. I don't think she liked that too much. And that is everything between Ari and Biniyam. And that concludes my recap. This episode, there was no even Muhammad. I'm okay with that. As for Kobe and Emily, I feel it's kind of messed up that she went and bought herself a ring. I mean, give the guy a chance to get you one, girl. And I just don't understand how she's complaining about they don't have money, but then she buys herself a 1-carat diamond ring. The ring was nice though. But damn, make it make sense. As for Jibri and Miona, well, I don't have too much to say. I just wish you the best of luck, Jibri, because Miona does not play. She don't. As for Ari and Binny, well, I'm glad that she admitted that she acted inappropriately because that was embarrassing. I was embarrassed for her. And yes, at the same time, he does need to learn how to communicate because their relationship is already rocky. So don't make it worse by not telling her stuff. Well, my beautiful peeps, I hope that you enjoyed my recap. If you did, give me a good old thumbs up. I definitely like to see that. And if you have any comments as to how you feel on this episode, pop them down below and let me know. And if you haven't subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for. Hit the red button and don't forget to turn your notifications on so that you don't miss any of my videos. And we have a grand old time in the community tab. There's lots of entertainment there for you. Thanks for watching, my beautiful peeps, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye!